Welcome to Shomach Shov on the Daf. We're holding in Chulin Daf Chov Zayin. The Gemara with base brings that the difference between a behema that needs shchita in 2 simonim, and oif that needs a shchita in 1 simon, and fish that don't need shchita at all, is because behema nivris minei abosha. So that's why you need 2 simonim. Dogim was nivro minamayim, so they don't need simon at all. And oif is nivro mina rakak. Rakak means a combination of water and earth. That's why you have 1 simon. The Mashar in Chidushei Haggadah explains that he brings what the Chokrim bring, whatever's rochok min galgal. The galgal is where the cancellation are. The one who is more rochok, is further from there, is more chomri, meaning it's more physical. So the point is that earth is more physical, is more chomri than the water. A behemo that comes from the aretz, it's more chomri than the fish that come from the water, and therefore the idea of shchita, says the Marshal, the reason you do shchita is in order to be mizakech the choyim ha'behema. You want to make it more pure. You want to remove the dam and nefesh and make the food edible because you make it more pure. So the behema, which is more gas, meaning it belongs more to Gashmi, there's more to do in order to get it to be kosher, to be pure, because it comes from the Adama. The dog that come from the water, which is the choyme yoisedak, which means it's more fine, more refined, doesn't need to do shchita. And the oif is in between. The Ben Yoyada, first of all, starts with a remez, that the milu of the word mayim, milu means that you spell out the letters of the word. So mayim is mem yud mem. How do you spell mem? Mem sufis. How do you spell yud? Yud vav dalet. And then mem is mem sufis. So the letters that you don't hear are doimim. So meaning the chiyus that comes from the water is doimim, it is not so strong. And then he adds that the water is chesed, so it takes away the tumah from the one who goes into them. And that's the reason the kishuv, any sorcery, and it goes into the water, it's batel. Meaning the water is pure and takes away all these bad koiches. And therefore, similar to the mashal, the fish that are created from the water, they do not have connection to tumah, and therefore you don't need to do shchita for them. Very similar brings the Eitz Yosef, the name of the Sefer Nezar Kodesh, that the reason of shchita is to be metar umizakech the choymer, that's he says the name of the Zohar, fish that come from the water, which eino mekabel tumo, so therefore there is not so much to do to purify them. And the Yun Yaakov adds one more knech. It says the Adama was niskalkalo. We know that in Chet Adam Arishon there was a curse on the Adama as well. So anything that comes from the Adama needs more of a tikkun. So all these mahalchim go in the same direction. And the Torah Chaim adds here one nekuda. And he expands upon it a lot, but he says the Yisod is like this. When a behemoth dies on its own, what takes her life away is malach hamovis. As the lashon of the Gemara B'Metzia is, malach hamovis malihocha malihosam. Meaning, when you have a shomer, where malach hamovis is, meaning that when the malach hamovis take away the nefesh of the behemoth. So from here you see that a malach hamovis takes away the life of the behemoth if it dies naturally. And then he says towards the end, that's the reason that the more the death is stronger, the more tumah it does. In other words, the more malach hamovis needs to work, the more tumah he causes. And Adam, he's strong, and he has koyach bori v'chazak from all the Baalei Chaim, and therefore he has a richus yami more than all the animals. So in order the malach hamovis to overcome him, needs to do a big work. So when the Adam dies, he's avi avois tumah. The Chayan Behemo, they're not that strong. They don't have that same power. The Malach HaMovis doesn't have to work so hard. So they cause Tumah, which is Tumas Ava Tumah, which is Mago Maso. The bird, which is even less. So therefore the Tumah is only Tumah of Beis Abliya. And the dog, you don't give Tumah at all. Because it all depends how much Malach HaMovis was working over here. So now he goes on and says, and brings us the name of the Rekanti, that the whole idea of Shchito is to take away the Malach HaMovis. If an animal dies on its own, so malach hamovis took her life. It becomes a nevela. If you do shchita takes away the nevela. The shchita takes away the tumah that malach hamovis does. So he immediately goes on the same halach. Behemo, he's very strong. Chiyus bori v'chazok. So in order to come and take it away from malach hamovis, you have to kill it by taking away these 2 simonim. Because as long as you don't take the 2 simonim, she's not really dead. The oif, which is a little less, the chiyuv is not so strong, so you take away from the malach hamovis with 1 simon. And the dogim just taking away from the water takes away their life. If you connect it to Toras Chaim, to what the Mefarshim we said before, you can add to it that the Malach HaMavis is shoylet only in something which is more chomri. The more chomri it is, the more Malach HaMavis has power in it. And therefore, to overcome it, you have to do much more to remove the Malach HaMavis. So the Behemoth was more chomri, you have to siman to get away from the Malach HaMavis. The Oif, which is less, is only one siman, and the Dogim don't need it. In order to get away from Malach HaMavis, all you need to do is take them away from the water. And I in the Sefer Nechus Yama, my Rebbe Ramesh Shapir Zatzal and Maimer Tess, who's Maich in this inyan, and he explains more that Behemoth belongs to the Yabasho, which is Mokam HaChomer. The fish belong to the water is the Mokam of Ruchnius, Maim Shein Lem Soif. And the Oif is in the ear, which is in between, which doesn't have the Kuvi, doesn't have the boundaries that the Adamo has. Veheim Eim Advorim Vadvorim Amukim. Anyone who wants to join or sponsor the Shomach Shava Shurim, please email shomachshava@gmail.com.